Right, so welcome along. I thought it'd be a good idea to make a FIFA 15 prediction for the Manchester United team, because as you know, FIFA 15 will be released in a couple of weeks now, so yeah, we're not that far from the release date, so I thought it'd be a good idea to make a prediction on what I think the players of Manchester United will be for the next game. So if you disagree with something, I don't think you should dislike this video solely on that. I think you should comment what you think the player rating or what you think the formation would be, for example. But yeah, as I say, FIFA is a game of football is a game of opinions, and you should definitely share them with me because I'd like to know what you guys think as well. So without further ado, let's begin. Right, so here we are. This is the team. You can see there the formation is a 4-4-2 kind of formation. It's the traditional Manchester United formation that they always used to use under pretty much David Moyes, Sir Alex Ferguson. That is, I wasn't really sure at the start which formation to go with because Louis van Gaal, when he first came to the club, he used his three at the back combination. I think he's still going to use that because I think he's going to stick to his guns and keep using that formation. But I think, well, in my opinion anyway, with the players he's signed, they're more attacking players, aren't they? So I think he's more inclined to use a 4-4-2 formation. Gives you more players in the midfield, and I think they've had troubles with the three at the back combination. But then again, I don't know what he's going to do. He probably will stick with the three at the back combination because he likes to stick to his guns. He's come into the biggest league in the world, or the most competitive league in the world, that is the Premier League. And he's gone with a formation that only a couple of teams have used in the Premier League in the past, like Wigan maybe, when they were in the Premier League, their later seasons under Roberto Martinez. So it's a very bold move to come into this league and use that formation, the 5 or 3 at the back combination. So who knows, it'll go either way, but for this video I'm using the 4-4-2 because I think it would best suit the players. Right, so the first player is David De Gea. He was actually one of the standouts last season under David Moyes. He was pretty consistent, wasn't he? So I think he was 83 last game, and I think he will go up 1 to 84. Hopefully that's the case, because he does deserve it, doesn't he? The next player is Chris Smalling. Chris Smalling was 76 in the last game, and I think he'll go up to 78, just because I think 76 is a bit low for his ability. Phil Jones, likewise, he was a 78, and I think 78 is a bit too low now that he's a first team. FIFA like to balance out these overalls, so I think 80 would be a good mark for him. Marcos Rojo, the new signing from Sporting CP in Portugal, I think he came as a 78, and I think he will stay as a 78, even though he had a good World Cup. He hasn't played in the Premier League before, so I think he will stay at 78. Luke Shaw, obviously a lot of pressure on Luke Shaw, signed for a massive fee. He was a low 70s, and I think he will go up to 75 this time, because he had a good season with Southampton before he moved to Manchester United. So yeah, I think that's about it. Daley Blind, the new signing as well from Ajax, came as a 76 or 77, and I think he will go to 78, just because I think 76 would be a bit low for Manchester United anyway. So Ander Herrera was a 79, he came from Bilbao. I think 81 would match his talent. I think, as I said, FIFA like to balance out these overalls as well, just to make it look a bit fair. Angel Di Maria, the new player from Real Madrid, is a fantastic player, world class, and he stays at 86. I think his Real Madrid form was pretty good, and he comes into Manchester United with that form as well. So Juan Mata was originally an 87, but an average season, wasn't the best, was okay, so I think he goes down just 1 to balance it out. Falcao just recently signed, he was our last signing, I'm pretty sure. So Falcao 89, he stays 89. I don't think his overall is going to change that much, to be honest. He's one of the best in the world at his position. Wayne Rooney, I think, will either stay at 87 or go down 86. I know that's crazy to think that Wayne Rooney is going to go down to 86, but I think 87 or 86 will suit him, purely based on recent form. So yeah, that was the first 11. Now we've got Anders Lindegaard. This is your usual suspects for the bench. Anders Lindegaard, Rafael, I think will stay at 77. He was a 76 last game, so either one of them. Hasn't really played a lot. Now, Tyler Blackett is an interesting one. In FIFA 14, he was a 58, but I think with the preseason that he's had, he deserves to be a 71. Also, he's started in the opening games for Manchester United this season, so I think 71 would be a good idea. You can compare this with Adnan Januzaj, who also had a very good first preseason under David Moyes and was around the same overall, so he went up to 71 during his first season. So I think Tyler Blackett would be on par with Adnan Januzaj in terms of their contribution to the team. So I think 71 would be good for Tyler Blackett, for a good starter. Antonio Valencia, he's always been a very consistent player, hasn't he? Whenever he's come onto the field, he's put his heart out, but I think he will stay at 82. I think it would be very harsh to put him down below 82 or for him to decrease, because he does do his job, doesn't he? Whatever that is, crossing the ball, whatever, running down that pitch. So I think 82. Adnan Januzaj, as I said before, he had a very good first season under David Moyes, but he was quite low rated. So now that he's onto his second season, I think FIFA will look at this and put him up to 77 or anywhere from 75 to 78. I think would be a good range for him. Anything above that would be going a bit too far. But as I say before, FIFA can't really get everything right, can they? With the players like Tyler Blackett and Adnan Januzaj, they just can't get it right. But that's not their fault. It's kind of hard to spot talent sometimes. So the next player, well, is Marouane Fellaini. Now, Marouane Fellaini was kind of a scapegoat for all of the Manchester United criticism last season. He was originally an 80 overall, but I think based on the performances last season, he will be at least a 78. I don't think it would be fair to go even lower for that, but he's still a very good player. He was just using the wrong position, in my opinion. You can see here his position is a centre attacking midfielder, and he was used as a defensive mid because of his size. But I think either way, 78 would be a good overall for him next season. Robin van Persie, originally an 89, I think he will go down to 88, just solely on his age and just because he had an average season. Yeah, he had a good first season, came to Manchester United, won the title, along with Sir Alex's last season, that is, but I just think he's going to go down one. You can look at his age now, he's 29, so who knows what's going to happen. So now that I've shown you the whole team and the subs, you can have a look at what the team looks like as a whole now. So we've got the formation there, and I'm scrolling through all the players to show you what they look like. I think that looks fair, doesn't it? Just a well-balanced team, based on some of the performances last season, some of the form last season. But this is the shocking thing. I'll show you. You think Manchester United had a very good transfer window? Look at this. This is the depth that they have. Yeah, they've got all these players on loan, but just look at the cover. There is hardly any cover in terms of experience. Yeah, you've got some good midfielders here with Michael Carrick and Darren Fletcher, but how long are they going to stay fit for? I'm pretty sure Carrick is actually injured now as we speak, and Johnny Evans is the only experienced centre-back we have. So this is going to be a very difficult season. And I was even experimenting here. If Johnny Evans played in the 5 at the back combination, we would have no centre-back covers apart from Blackett. So if Louis van Gaal did use the 5 at the back, it would be tricky, wouldn't it? So Carrick also, yeah, only experienced midfielder with Fletcher. And Anderson, he's actually won a Premier League title, and I think he came on with the Burnley game, and he was actually he actually had a decent performance. I think he's actually a decent player, and he'll be a good squad player, wouldn't he? James Wilson here is the only striker cover we've got. We do have a lot of strikers, actually, but James Wilson is a good cover for that. He'll be given a chance this season, no doubt. So some of these players have been bumped up as well. You saw James Wilson was 65, so yeah, I think these are good overalls for some of these players as well. But yeah, I'm not really sure what formation I'm going to use, but I think based on the current squad that they have, the current players, I think the 4-4-2 would be great. So that brings us to the end of my FIFA 15 Manchester United predictions. Obviously, this is going to be a very tough season for Manchester United. They haven't got a lot of depth in their squad, and obviously a new manager, Louis van Gaal, coming into the team. So if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, but more importantly, leave us some comments, because I want to know what you guys think about this. So yeah, thanks.